Welcome back to the channel, Oscar Overländer. After the intro, you see what we did this week on the Habitat. Quickly up front, thank you very much for all the subscriptions I received lately. It is incredible. I really feel excited. I'm excited because, when you see the older videos, like it took me a year to get 100 subscribers and now I have 180. So I made, just in the last 3-4 weeks, I made 80, I gained 80 subscribers. So that shows me also there is interest in this topic, interest in this whole area basically, and it motivates me to keep going. So yeah, please keep subscribing. By the end of the month, we may whoop the 200. That would be fantastic. So this week went by in no time, and it feels like kind of I achieved not much, or I didn't do much. That wasn't my busiest week, but we finished the Habitat. End of day, Monday. I have now at the front, I have to go back further. Now you can see it, I have at the front now, that's just storage material there. The 2 posts in there and then the horizontals for the crawl through. That opening is bigger as the actual door will be, because I have to fit in the frame, and then the door. So it will get slightly smaller. I have aluminum sheet support there, another one over here, and I have the first horizontal in there where I attach the hinges from the garage door. That's the size of the garage door. I couldn't do that one today. That's the last one I need to do. But we finished the Habitat this week. I have the front done with the crawl through. I have all the remaining steel pipes cut. I welded that garage door header in there, the last one, which I mentioned before. I have all the verticals, like those verticals for the window encasement basically cut and in position, just not welded yet. Last piece is cut. And I couldn't weld them in, or I cannot weld them in, because basically the window frame is dictating where those positions are, right? Where they need to be, like that one and that one, right? Oh, your angle is different. So this one and this one there. That's what I mean, the verticals. I cannot weld those in. I do not know where they belong because I don't have a window. To get some windows over here from Europe is quite difficult. There is some challenges involved, like regarding shipping, and they are quite pricey. It's just a fact. It's just a fact, right? So that's why I decided to make my own windows. And I will have aluminum windows, thermally broken aluminum windows. As you can see, I have a cut piece here, and you see here there's a strut in it. That's a 1-inch thermal break. So that keeps the outside from the inside pretty far apart. It's an okay R value basically. But first I have to find out what frame size I have. So how I get to it is, first I build myself a frame. Is that frame working with that awning together? Is my scissor hinges, are they working? Is this window working? And if this works, this whole assembly works, then I can continue and do all the other windows accordingly. Ordered a brake shape, that looks like this is just a cutoff, but it looks like this. I have the top and the bottom, top and bottom piece in now, there, just clamped in. Now I have to cut the verticals, and then if this fits and I'm happy with it, then I will weld them together, tack weld them together to a frame. Now I have the frame complete, means complete. I have all 4 sides cut now. Yeehaw. I have the frame now completely welded and grinded, cleaned up. Now I have this basically prepped. Right? So the aluminum sheets, the cladding, they will go beneath that. So that works as a shingle system kind of thing, you know. Later on, I'm planning to put a drip edge above the whole window. So I will install a drip edge, and what this drip edge does is basically water which runs down on the habitat onto the drip edge, and then either to the sides, or if it is a hefty rain, then it goes forward. So forward means over that lip here, over that edge of the frame, you know, and then starts dropping down here half the window, and maybe the wind pushes us back then to the habitat, you know. But for now, it gets guided away from that kind of wound point there, you know, where this overlaps basically the wrong way. So that's one thing. And I have enough, I left enough space in there for the PVC. As you can see, I can move it left and right, 6 millimeter, 3 millimeter each side, and up and down. So that's what I'm doing next. Thermally divider, basically. I divide the aluminum from the steel. So what we did also this week is picking up these aluminum sheets. So the 2 millimeter sheets, they are for the walls, for the roof, and the front and the back, right? And the 1/8 ones, I have 4 sheets there for the bottom, which I have to cut in there. So yeah, we did that, but I cannot put them on now, just yet, because I have to wait for some other products which I need for this process. So I'm going with a company, in this case, in case of the glue, I'm going with a company called Sika. For those they don't know that, you know, here you see this is their logo, and Sika likes to work with those numbers. They have on every product a number. So what I'm waiting on is basically an activator they call 205, you know, and a primer. And the primer is the most important, and that's a 207. So what I use in cartridges is a glue, 252. Yeah. So when I do it, I will show you in detail how to use it and what it looks like, you know. But just for that, you know, I'm waiting on the products. Throughout delivery problems, I called Sika. They said no, they can't sell directly to me. I have to go through a distributor, and I called them up. And they said, yo, I have to buy a whole box. Yeah, I need 1 bottle for this whole thing, 250 ml. I need to buy 6 bottles of these things. It doesn't seem to be a big deal, but it is a total money waste, because one of these bottles basically cost about 70 bucks. Okay. And so it goes on and on and on. This with the activator the same. So I have a box of activator, a box of primer, and I just need 1 bottle. So I'm not going to do that. So I looked online, and the closest place I could find was at eBay, and I basically get shipped from Florida. So that takes weeks until it's here, right? So I'm already 1 week into it. 10th, 12th February, we should be good to go. Until then, I will have that frame ready to go. It means completely grinding, degreasing, and painting. Another little tip I have for you guys is in regards of brake cleaner, yeah, or cleaner in general. I used to use these type of things, you know, like brake cleaner, because you can't see it now, but I work often on motorcycles, you know, like this is handy to use it there. But for this amount, or for the big truck, is that quite costly, because I need a whole box of this, and I went through a lot of cans already, but I need still more. And that's why I went to Lordco. And Lordco has this type of stuff, and that's brake cleaner as well. That's fantastic. Just a tip. So I apologize if this was a lot of theory this time, but it comes unfortunately with it, because if you plan a project like that, you know, or smaller or whatever, but you need to be aware of it, that you spend the same amount of time in front of the computer as you do on the Habitat or on the truck himself or on your project. You know, you have to figure things out, you have to find parts, you have to. There's a lot of things. You have to educate yourself how to do it and stuff like that, you know. That's a lot of time in front of the computer. So this is it for this week. I'll let you guys go. I really look forward to it, to present you next Friday a fully functioning window, and we see us next week.